What's up, guys? It's your boy Vic. Now, today, I'm gonna talk about how I did at the regional yesterday. So, I literally could put my deck together. Like, I had got the cards for the type of deck that I was running 2 days before the regional. Play tested it the day after I made the deck, made my own variation of it, and then took it to the regional. There, I ended up buying cards that I ended up needing that I was missing and everything, because the vendors over there sometimes they sell cards for $1 and then $2, $3, etc. So I bought cards that I needed for a core that I needed, engine core that I needed for like metal foes and etc. Well, we got there. I left. Honestly, I probably fell asleep 1 o'clock in the morning, the day of the regional. Woke up at about 3:30, left my house, went to go pick up my boy Cuddles. After I picked up my boy Cuddles, then we ended up picking my boy Matthew and Hershey. And then from there, we drove to S.Park Twnshp. And took toll there, it was like $22.50 or something like that, right? Reduced the trip by an hour, but by the time we got there, it was already like 8 o'clock-ish. I apologize, it's getting late. But it was like 8 o'clock. I rushed to get the cards I wanted from the vendors, put my deck together, write the registration down, wrote my deck list down and everything, down to the T of what I did. I ran a 41 card deck, 15 extra deck cards, and 15 side deck cards, and had to write all of them down. Oh my goodness, I hate writing. I hate writing. But besides that, I ended up getting 2 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. I would have went the last round, because I was supposed to do the last round, but due to lack of sleep, I ended up getting that 4th loss when I had got the 4th loss, and because it was like being so tired, I couldn't focus, I couldn't make my plays correctly the way I should have. Throughout the whole day, I had 2 bad judge rulings that they gave me. Ended up talking to the head judge later on about it. There was a lot of things I was learning, asking questions and everything. I should have made appeals for them. I would have actually got those rulings in my favor, and ultimately it could have got me 2 wins, so I would have been like 4 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, so I apologize. But ultimately it was like my fault. Lack of knowledge, of what to do during the regional and everything. And ultimately I had fun, I can't lie. I actually wrote down all my opponents' names and actually what their decks were, and of course kept track of life points and all that, because I literally like kept the little notepad that they give you. And most people throw them away. I decided I wanted to keep it, that way when I do this video I can actually mention the players' names when I do my video talking about the regional. I went with Pen Magicians. I made my own variation of it. I might end up doing a deck profile of it. I might not, only because it's my own variation, and this is something I'm trying to keep low key when I take to my locals, so it is what it is. But my first match I played was against a kid named Alexander Brendan Cornell, and that match was interesting. Not gonna mention why, because not gonna bash people or anything. But that was a mirror match. For my first match starting in the regional, I was like, great, a mirror match. Oh, this is awesome. But hey, what are you gonna do about it, right, guys? So the first for the the first game was the mirror match. The first match in that game, I lost. I went second. That I didn't go first in that game. I went second in that game, and then in that match, and then match 2, I went first that game. I won that game, and then the third match, I ended up losing. We're not gonna go into why, but he got that win. He got the W. That was my first loss. That was 0-1 at the time. And then the second game, Trick Stars. This guy was cool. His name was James. He had played Trick Stars. I lost the first match. He won the second one. I lost the first match. I won the second one, and then I lost the third. The third game, I actually lost. The third match, I lost because the only time throughout the whole regional, that was the only time I saw evenly matched used against me. So yeah, evenly matched got the best of me on that one. Can't lie. The third game, I faced against a little kid. His name was Michael, and he was actually playing 60-card Twilight Sworn. So that was really interesting. He was actually pretty decent. He didn't announce his phases, standby phase, draw phase, standby phase, main phase, and the phases. And I got basically schooled him a little bit, and I was like, hey, you gotta announce your phases because there's certain cards I could be activating during phases, but I can't do certain cards if you don't announce your phases, because I can't activate them at appropriate times, and you have to activate cards during appropriate times during your phases as well. So that's really important. So he picked up on that. He was very obnoxious. He kept rushing his opponents. If he didn't think that you were moving fast enough, he's like, come on, what are you doing? End your turn already. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Are you good? Did you pass turn yet? Are you ending turn? What's going on? Are you entering battle? Come on, are you just attack my monster? And I was like, alright, calm down, kid. It wasn't against me that he did that, because he was really cool with me. Oddly enough, I didn't eat at all that day, and during me and this kid Michael's match, he whipped out a Slim Jim out of his backpack. All I see is him doing this. And I'm holding my cards what are you doing? Trying to focus on my hand, trying to think of what my next play is going to be, and he's, all of a sudden I see Slim Jim just just he was trying to rip apart, open the Slim Jim wrapper, couldn't open it for a good 5 minutes. That ultimately made me laugh, but I was really hungry, and the Slim Jim made me think of Slim Jim, so I was like, needless to say, after we left the regional, I ended up stopping at a Sheetz to get gas, and I actually bought Slim Jims, 2 Slim Jims, so that was kind of funny. But against this Twilight Sworn player, I actually ended up, I lost the first match, I won the second match, and then during the second match, it was actually pastime. When they're 5 turns left, you have 5 turns per turn it is, that's 0 turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually, I won that second match in the past turns, but then since I lost the first one, they ended up putting it as a draw. So that was where I got at the time was 0-2 and 1. 0 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. So ultimately, at that point, I had 1 point. Disappointing, but at the same time, this is we're still learning a lot of things. There's a lot of things that go down in a regional that don't go down at your locals. You know, um, certain judges are more stricter. I learned that, you know, the judges themselves can be wrong. So at that point, you know, you have the right to appeal. And there was a lot of times I should have appealed, but I didn't. So it is what it is. My fourth match, oddly enough, I find this actually really funny, was against a Lunalight OTK deck. The first match, I got OTK'd. I lost. The second match, I almost had him. Till he made the Lunalight Fusion monster that has 3,500 attack, and at that point I couldn't do nothing. I lost that one also. So I lost against, I put down, he was very enthusiastic because he was like, he's that one player that everybody like kind of laughs at. Like, it's funny but not funny. I think, you know, I love his enthusiasm about it. His love for the game is real. He seemed like he had like he was special, you know, like mentally something's wrong with him, but he was you know, he was a really good player. He really thought out every one of his plays, and you know, he did them successfully, and ultimately I had no problem with the way he did anything. I was like, you're right, you're good, yeah, you're good. He was very cautious on how he was doing everything, but you know, he's that one player that sits there and goes, I draw, the heart of the cards are with me. And I was like, I can't be mad at that. It's all good. It's all good, you know? You're supposed to have fun anyways. Ultimately, like, besides the fact that I was super exhausted, I had fun, though, at the whole regional. I can't lie. But that was my fourth match. I lost that fair and square. That was all good. Now, my fifth match, I got the W for that. Oh, did I mention the kid's name? I don't think I mentioned the Lunalight player's name. The Lunalight player's name was Ryan. The fifth match, this was against a Dark Magician deck, to be honest. Because at the regionals, I was hearing from everybody that there was all types of decks being played over there at the regional. Later on during the day, I ended up finding out that, you know, a lot of players, it was a lot, like a huge giant group of players, they was like ended up going like almost 0-6, and after that point a lot of them ended up dropping out and so on and so forth. But against the Dark Magician deck, I won both of those matches. The first match was a flawless victory. I lost no life points. The second match, he dealt some damage to me because I opened up with a brick, and he got me down to at least 5,100 life points, and that, you know, I still won. But he was a cool guy. He was just getting back into the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. He had like a lot of questions because he realized I was a Yu-Gi tuber. So, you know, I answered every one of his questions, and I was like, yo, feel free to follow my channel. If you have any questions, just message on my channel. I'll respond back. Ultimately, he was a really cool guy. He didn't have a lot of cards. So I told him, I said, I respect it. He was playing a lot of cards I haven't seen in forever, man. He played like a Witch of the Black Forest. He played a Mystic Tomato. I was like, oh man, the nostalgia in this is, oh my goodness, this is like so real. I haven't seen these in forever. Holy crap, can I see your cards? And I was like reading his cards, and I was like, oh man, Jesus, I haven't seen that in forever. But he was really cool. I respected him. And I admitted from the gate, as soon as I saw what type of cards he was playing with, I told him, I said, this isn't a fair matchup. This really isn't. But I'm going to play you as if I was playing anybody else, because any player deserves that respect. You don't hold back. You give it your all, that way they learn as well, you know? So, I won that one. And then, how many matches was that? I apologize, I have to read this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. My sixth match was against a guy named Lee. Lee was a cool guy. Little heavy set, had a beard, long beard. He had this weird like dragon type hook inside his ear and his gauge, which was really freaking cool. Can't lie. That was Trick Stars in that matchup. He tried burning me to death, but ultimately I ended up going into Trapeze Magician as fast as I could. Both the first and second match, and once I made Trapeze Magician, he couldn't do nothing about it. And it was funny because he actually like Trick Star reincarnationed me like one time during the first match, and it was funny because he fixed my hand. I was like, okay, thank you. I apologize. And then the second match, he Trick Star reincarnationed me twice during the same game. In one turn, he activated one Trick Star reincarnation, set a card, ended his turn. Next turn, he activated that second reincarnation, and it was funny because either way, he still gave me a good hand and banished everything, and I was like, thank you. So, he was really cool also. He really hated the, Pendulum Magicians, but ultimately he was a really cool guy. And, I pretty much got to talk to a lot of the players that I played, most of them were really cool. There was one of them that I kind of realized later on, like around before this match that I'm about to mention. I realized my first match, I kind of got screwed over during something, but ultimately it was still my fault because I didn't realize. So I costed myself that loss for my first game during the day. So that was my fault. This match, oh my goodness, was against this kid named Scott. He was running Satellar Knights. He ran it good. Now what was funny is that I went to activate Duelist Alliance. I had Wisdom Mind Scale. Went to go activate Duelist Alliance. Went to search for Star Panograph, but he ended up Stellar Nova Alpha. He activated Stellar Nova Alpha on my Duelist Alliance to negate and destroy it, which he did. And technically, when Duelist Alliance is negated and destroyed, it was never resolved. It never resolved because it was negated. So, in all technicality, I had another Duelist Alliance in hand. So I went to activate Duelist Alliance again, and because of that, dude ended up calling Judge on me, tried role sharking me, and tried to dispute the fact that I activated the Duelist Alliance, which then the Judge talked to me about it, and I said he activated I went to activate Duelist Alliance, and I said he went to activate Stellar Nova Alpha, which I went through, which negated and destroyed my Duelist Alliance. Now, when you negate and destroy, I said that's basically like as if you're activating a Solemn Warning on a summon. You're negating a summon, which means that monster was never successfully summoned, which means when I went to activate Duelist Alliance and he negated it, my Duelist Alliance was never successfully resolved. So since it was never activated and resolved, it never got its once per turn effect, which that's what he tried ruling me on. The kid tried bull sharking me on. Well, that same judge gave me a bad ruling earlier during the day, so when he saw who I was, because I talked to the head judge about his bad ruling earlier during that day, but I was like, I still got the loss from that one ruling. It's all good. I don't care. But that's what I told the head judge. But I was like, I'm just making sure so next time when I come to another regional, I know what I'm doing and I know if I have something, I can appeal it. So that judge ended up actually getting the head judge. The head judge came over to my table and was like, what's going on? And I explained everything and I told my reason of what is actually going on in the field, and that's why I activated Duelist Alliance again, because technically my Duelist Alliance first Duelist Alliance was never resolved, which means I could activate Duelist Alliance. The head judge was like, that's an appropriate ruling. So dude looked at me like, seriously? And I was like, It's fine, dude. I mean, you tried rule sharking me, you tried getting me, you know, tried to basically say that I made a misplay. That's okay. I didn't make a misplay. I made a proper play. Dude was pretty salty about it, and that took like almost like 6-7 minutes of the whole game at that point. So the judge gave us extended time, and it came down to it where our game lasted so long that we were getting close to the timer went hit 0 and our extended time was done. So they were like, okay, you guys got 5 turns. And ultimately, because of that, the guy kept Star Knight traversing my field, which returned everything back to my hand, and because of that, he got the win. So, and that was only in one match because it lasted so long. It went 5 turns in the first match, and he won that one. I was like, you can't give me like a best 2 out of 3. Like if that's the case, I would have won. But I was like, it's all good though. And then at this point, it was already like 7 o'clock. I went to go buy cards. Mind you, I only went with 2 hours of sleep. It was already 7 p.m. We've been dueling since 10 a.m. My boy Cuddles already had at the point when he went at that point. Yeah, he went 6 wins at that point. No losses. Same thing with my boy Matthew. No, my boy Matthew went 5 wins, 1 loss at that point. And then I went to go purchase cards. When they went to the next rounds, I was so tired. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother because I got to drive all of us back once all this is done. There's only one more round anyway, so I was like, next time I'm going to make sure I'm, I should say, properly rested. Like, that is such an important thing, guys. Maintain a proper amount of rest before you go to a regional, because it can affect your game, which, because of that, honestly, I messed up a couple of my plays. Not that I missed, like, I didn't, how should I say? All the plays I did, I could have made those plays, but it's not how I wanted to do my combos. It wasn't the way I should properly do it, I should say. Which, because of that, it costed me like 2 games also. So that was my fault. But yeah, those were my matches. I gotta show you guys. I shared it on Instagram and I shared it on Facebook. But just in case nobody believes me, right? I'm gonna show you guys right here. Ooh, they get stuck together. Sorry. You know, when you go to a regionals, they give you 5 packs. It was an Extreme Force pack. As soon as I got my packs, I grabbed my packs and I kissed them and I said, this is gonna be the pack. My buddy Cuddles goes to mock me, kisses his pack and goes, oh man, no, I jinxed it. He said, I hope you get nothing, and hopefully I get heavy metal full electromite, this, that, and third. And I was like, okay, I opened up my first pack, scrolled through my cards. Heavy metal full electromite. Yeah, buddy. Not even playing. Heavy metal full electromite. First pack. I had like 6 people come up to me. Yo, I'll trade you whatever you want for that card. Yo, I'll buy that card off you. I'll give you whatever amount of money you want. This, that, and third. Like, I could have sold it. My buddy told me I should have sold it. But I was like, no, I need it. What are you talking about? Like, if I had an extra one, would I have sold it? Yeah, I would have sold that one. Hold on. But I decided not to sell it. It's heavy metal full electromite. Are you serious? But yeah, that's everything for now, guys. That was my, I should say, regional report. I seen all types of crazy decks. The decks that mainly topped were the guy I faced my first game in the mirror match. He made top 8. What made top 16, which is interesting, is a Gem Knight FTK deck. My buddy was like, "Oh no, it's just a Gem Knight deck, this, that, and third." I said, "No, that's a Gem Knight FTK. I seen that build. My buddy 3Stacks, he made that build on the Team Kings of Games YouTube channel." I said, "I know what that is." There was a lot of dino players, Shade All Dino players. There was a lot of dino decks. Like, in all seriousness, there was a lot of Light Sworns. I seen no Avenger decks. I didn't see any zombie decks. There was a couple True Draco decks that I seen. There was the Dark Magician deck that I dueled. And then there was a lot of players that I didn't see because mainly they made so many losses that you didn't see them because they ended up just like leaving. Some people left the first game, after the first game. Some people left after the second game. So, it is what it is. But, thank you guys for watching. This was my S.Park Twnshp regional report on how I did. And I apologize that I'm so exhausted right now. I came home about 3:30 in the morning, fell asleep, got up at 7, went to worked a full 8-hour shift, came back home, been up since, and I'm about to get some sleep because I need to rest. This Saturday I'm going to be going to my locals, heading for the top, baby. I only used that deck once officially, and that was at the regionals, and I think I play tested it enough, very well enough during the regionals, that I ended up learning the deck along the way. So, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Make your good choices. Have a good night. Actually, guys, you know what? Before I get off, I'm gonna put, right after this clip, I'm gonna add on footage that I took at the regional, because I took a little bit of footage, and show you guys how many people were over there. There was over 200 players at this regional, so I actually did a lot better than most of them. If I would have done that last round and would have won that game, I actually would have at least made top 80 because I was already at 7 points. So, yeah. But, check this out. Hey guys, I just opened my 5 packs, and one of the packs actually pulled my Heavy Metal Full Electromite. And my one buddy like messaged me as soon as I posted it right to the Uwe community group chat, and he was like, "I need that," and I'm like, "Nah, I need Heavy Metal Full Electromite." I'll show you guys later. Right now, this place is packed. Say hi, Matt. Hi. Cuddles went somewhere. There he goes. Ma.
I know you're posting on YouTube, that's why.
Not yet. Later. But yeah, the matches are about to start in like 20 minutes. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll let you know how it is. What's up, guys? I have got 2 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. My 1 draw was to a Twilight Sworn deck, but that's okay. I just made the deck 2 days ago, and I don't think I did pretty bad. So, yeah, I'll get back to you guys real soon.